were stupid. And he told his classmate, he said, you know, my dad embarrassed me all the time. You know, he just says stupid things in front of people, and they laugh at him. That was why I stopped. Anyway, so, yeah, if you're not gonna laugh, I have my own laugh here. Will you play some beat? Come on. You see? Okay, can you give me some light on the audience? I need to see some faces. All right, while I'm doing this. Good. Well, I don't want to waste your time. I'm going to be saying so many stupid things you've never heard of before. All right? Here in the United States, back home in Nigeria. You know, at first, when I first came here, I didn't know how cold it was. I was living in a dorm, and it started to snow. And I saw one man when it stopped snowing. He was doing morning run. Do you call it morning jog or something? We don't do it back home anyway. This old man was running, and I just ran out of my dorm and I started running after him. This man stopped. I stopped. He ran, I ran. He stopped, I stopped. Then he looked back, he said, why are you chasing me? I said, why are you running? Good job. All right. I stopped, then he said, I'm just doing money run. And I said, you know, back home in Nigeria, when an old man is running, it's either something is chasing him or he's chasing something. So I thought probably maybe there's some, you know, killing happening, happening out there, and that's why you're running, so that's why I'm running too. You know, it's so crazy. Let me ask you one question. Do you know why there has not been so much killing here in this state? Do you know? You don't. Because it's been so cold. Devil has been so cold. He's probably, you know, in the corner smoking like, I'm so cold to operate. Let him go, let him go. You know, something like that. That's why, you know, it's not so bad here. Not like in Nigeria. You know, I've been to an occasion whereby I have to do comedy, and, you know, and it was really great. You know, so many people, it was in Washington, D.C. actually. And, you know, they invited a lot of people, different comedians, you know, with me, and, you know, people like, you know, Kevin Hart and, you know, so many comedians from the United States. And I was the last person to perform. You know, Oprah was there, you know, attended the event. Michelle Obama attended the event. You know, you need to see everyone, you know, laughing, everywhere turning upside down because of my jokes. Then 2 minutes later, I just woke up, you know. It was so crazy. Dream is not good, all right? Dream is not good, especially during this time of the semester. You know, you dream, you have good grades and stuff like that. And the first day of class, you guys didn't know it was a dream. You know, don't drink too much, especially this time. You know, I'm taking a class, 2 classes that, you know those classes whereby you go, you know, the first day of class, you go into the class and you see the face of the professor and you say to yourself, I think I'm gonna fail this class. You know, you're actually doing a great job, all right? Okay, I'm gonna start by telling you some stupid things, you know, here. You know, I was gonna book a flight. I actually booked a flight, you know, because I was gonna go to Baltimore, you know, from Denver to Baltimore, and I called this, you know, United Airways line, and I talked to the lady that picked the call. I said, can I get a flight, you know, at noon from Denver to Baltimore? And she said, you mean 12 noon? Oh God. I said, no, there's 2 noon, you stupid. You know, questions like that. I went to Cody. I saw this 24-hour fitness center, and in front of the door, you know, they wrote, we open from 6 a.m. till 12. I said, what are these stupid here or what? You know, stupid things. You know, I was in Cody. I went to buy, you know, 3 bags of rice, 6 bags of beans, because I love beans a lot. And I got, good job. I got 6 bananas, you know, 12 oranges, you know, I got some juice, you know, a lot of stuff. and I didn't have a card with me. And the lady said to me, "Do you want a bag?" I was like, "Wow. No, I'm gonna fit everything in my pocket." So stupid things people say. And then I went back home in Nigeria. I have to be looking at this. I don't want to mess you guys up. I'm gonna be saying things, one after the other. Have you ever been to Africa before? Anyone here? Where in Africa? Kenya. You have to go to Nigeria. All right? That's where crazy things happen. You've seen people when they take calls, in their car, and the volume is so loud when they're listening to music, and they have to turn it down because they want to receive call. It's only in Nigeria you see people, they get text message and they reduce the volume of the music. It's so crazy. I've never seen such before. So many stupid things. You want me to tell you about the Nigerian police? It's so crazy there. Have you ever been arrested here before? I love to be arrested by the American police. Honestly, compared to Nigeria, honestly. When they come to arrest you, they're like, "Hey, anything you say will be used against you in a court of law. All right? So you better keep quiet, just follow us." They even help you bend your head to get into the car. That's American police. In Nigeria, we were at a bus stop, and there was a dead body cut into pieces in a sack. All right? Yeah, crazy things like that. And people were there. A policeman came, and he said, "Everybody, don't move!" So we stood still, and he called his boss. "Did you hear what I first said? A body cut into pieces in a sack." All right? And he called his boss. He said, "Boss, we just discovered a body cut into pieces in a sack." The boss said, "So what do you suspect?" He said, "Boss, this must be suicide." I was like, "What?" So we started imagining how did the person kill himself, cut himself into pieces, and tied himself in a sack. Crazy things like that if you've ever been to Nigeria. It's only in Nigeria. I remember a friend of mine was driving a car, sent down from India, during those days when they had right-hand cars, sent from India into Nigeria. And this policeman stopped us. He said, "Stop! It's only in Nigeria a policeman can arrest you for what you're thinking. You will just arrest, you're under arrest. You think I don't know what you're thinking?" Then he stopped us. He said, "Where are your papers?" He came to me, I was on the left side. He said, "Where are your papers?" Then I got out of the car and I said, "I'm not the one driving." Then he looked inside and saw the steering on the other side, and he said, "You are under arrest." "Oh, because I stopped you. You removed the steering and gave it to your friend." It's so stupid. You need to go to Nigeria. Stupid things. I was working in a suit. This is really, really crazy. We're in school. We should talk about school stuff. When your parent, when they beat you, when they scold you over stuff because you failed in your classes, and they tell you, "When I was in school, I was the best student in my class," and it's all lies. It's so crazy. I saw this, husband and wife, this couple, they were fighting, shouting, and it happened that the wife almost killed the child because the child didn't know 3 times 3. And she was like, "Oh my God, so I just waste my money all the time to pay your tuition, your school fees. You don't know 3 times 3. And the father came out, the husband said, "Do you want to kill him? Because he didn't know 3 times 3? Okay, you are beating him. What is 3 times 3? The wife said, she felt embarrassed, and she said, "Me? 3 times 3? Is it not 33? The craziest thing was that the husband said, "Thank you, God, you got it right." So many crazy stuff. You have to go to Africa. You have to go to Nigeria. There's one that just came to my head now. There was this guy, one thing I appreciate about, alcohol consumption here, it's really, really good. They want to help us, you don't get drunk, so you don't drive while you're drunk, you don't kill yourself. In Nigeria, there was a guy, he got so drunk, and I saw him. It was actually a public, toilet. And he went into the toilet and saw his reflection in the mirror and said, "Oh, I didn't know you were there, excuse me." He went back, he came in back. He still saw him, he said, "You are still there, I'm waiting for you." And he went back home, you know what he did? He went into the bathroom, and it wasn't actually a bathroom. He peed. And he came out, he talked to his wife, he said, "Honey, how come our bathroom has automatic light? I opened the door, the light came up. I peed. I closed the door, it went off." The wife said, "Oh my God, you peed in the fridge?" He was so drunk. He was so drunk that he peed in the fridge. There's this, I'm coming almost to the end of, how much minute do I still have? All right. I'm almost coming to the end of this, and I want to tell you this, this great story. If you want to do comedy, you want to make people laugh, you have to be the most stupid person in the house. Stupid people, they tell great jokes. So many unimaginable things. You haven't seen anything stupid. Let my brother come here. He's so stupid. He told me one time, I said, I carried a baby, and the baby, every time I carry this baby, he's always crying on me. My brother said, "Did you take your breath?" It's so stupid. Something like that. The last thing I want to tell you, I just remembered now. Yeah, this one is actually not, it's not actually on my, what I wrote here. I went to this wedding ceremony. I followed a friend of mine to this church for this wedding, and the pastor was praying, at the end of the wedding, it already ended, and he was giving, general special prayers. And he said, "If you think you need a special prayer, please come out." And this guy came out, and he said, "Pastor, would you please pray for me?" And he knelt down in front of the pastor. He said, "My business is not flourishing, it's not going well." And the pastor, rose and said, "Let us all pray for this guy." And they prayed heavily. "Father Lord, this is your son kneeling in front of you. His business is not going well. Help him. Let his business flourish. Let us all see the manifestation of this prayer. We will all patronize him. All the members of this church will patronize him. I will be the first person. Me and my family will be the first person to patronize him." And after the prayer, something struck the pastor. And the pastor said, "Gentlemen, what's your business? What do you do?" I didn't even ask. The guy said, "Oh, I sell casket. I sell coffin." The pastor said, "Oh my God, you sell coffin? And we all gonna patronize you?" No, oh Lord. His business will never flourish. Nobody in this church would die, because you have to die to buy a coffin, So thank you, everyone. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So if you see me on your way, don't ask me to tell you any joke, all right? Don't say, "Oh, that's a stupid guy. He said so many stupid things that day," all right? Again, I'm pretty gonna be serious, okay? All right, thank you.